Finalement, on est arrivé à UFC Paris, headlined by Ciryl Gane, who takes on Tai Tuivasa on September 3rd. Ciryl, after all these years, we're finally here, and you're the guy to headline the first ever show, the first UFC show in Paris. How does that feel?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy because a lot of people work for this legalization in my country. So now this is it was exactly this goal, you see. So I'm really happy today, and because I'm gonna for the first time I'm gonna fight against front to my fan, to my family, to my friends. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really crazy.
You were just telling me off camera now, doing all that media for the UFC. I can only imagine how much more it's going to get for you. All that kind of attention, I'm sure you have so many people hitting you up for tickets and stuff like that. How are you handling all of that?
Every people around me ask me, that's possible to have some ticket for the AFC? I say, yeah, you must wait the 25, huh? The ticket's gonna
Uh,
be online in 25, no?
I think
24.
so. Okay,
Yeah,
I
something
think so.
like that. So it's that you just must wait. So yes, so the people are really aware about this event, and every people want to see this event in Paris, really.
Yeah, and you were in London as kind of like a guest fighter in March, and they're known to have like a great crowd, great ambiance. Are you kind of hoping or expecting that from the fans in Paris?
I hope so. I know the fans from England are really crazy, really, really hot, really everything good fun. You see, so I hope in France it's going to be exactly the same. Yeah, because when I was in London for the UFC London, the 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 public was really beautiful, really crazy. It was really impressive to see that. Yeah.
It must have made you excited about Paris, right? Getting to headline that show after seeing, a big show in Europe. Because I think London, first UK first country to have the fans back since COVID.
I don't understand your question. Sorry,
Yeah,
Farah.
I said that must have made you excited because the UK was the first country in Europe to have like a full crowd, the fans back. So that must have made you excited knowing that you're going to headline September in Paris.
Yeah, but you see, today I did today and yesterday I did two full media days. Yeah, so it was really. I'm a little bit exhausted because there are a lot of media. Because this is really crazy to have the first event UFC in Paris. The people don't see that like me, but the media see that like it's gonna be really crazy in the sport to have the UFC in Paris. Really.
And does that stress you out at all? Kind of, do you feel kind of a little bit of pressure being like the headliner, the guy that I know we have Manon Fiorot on the card, and I'm expecting more French fighters, but obviously you being the headliner, do you feel that added pressure, or do you kind of have to block that all out?
Not too much for the moment, so I don't think so. Maybe in the fight week this is gonna come a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not this kind of guy. You see, I really, you know already. I'm not dealing with the stress.
Yeah.
So I don't think so. But maybe we don't know. We never know.
Hopefully not. And you haven't fought since January, the fight since September. I know for obvious reasons the UFC were going to want you as the main event in Paris, but is that a lot of time for you, or were you okay with that time off? Like, would you like to fight sooner?
Not really because I knew already UFC want to do this in September, so I was already prepared on my mind to waiting for September. And after LA, you see, I had a lot of pressure, a lot of solicitation of the media, a lot of feeling with this fight with Francis, something like that. And I was all my career I was in the rush. You see, I started that just 4 years ago. My career in MMA, I started that just a little 3 years in the UFC, and I did all I did. So I was always in the rush. So to have a few months like that, a few more months like that, this is maybe helped me to be better for my next fight. So
Yeah, and we saw you on the football pitch, kind of like ducking under, having defenders flying. Saw you on the basketball court, windmill dunks and stuff like that. I mean, Cyril, like a complete athlete here. But do you ever have people telling you, like, calm down a little bit? We need you healthy. We need you training in the gym. But you must be having a lot of fun doing all that.
yeah, I don't understand the question.
Yeah, I was saying like playing football, playing basketball, because I know you're a multi-talented athlete. But do you
Yeah,
ever have people telling you, try not to play so much sports in case you get injured?
yeah, I'm like that, and I think the people. All the people know that now. I'm an athlete. That's why I'm great today in my career in the UFC, because I'm an athlete. Because physically, my conditioning is good to do every sport. Not every sport, of course, but not only my shape, in my mind too. You see, when I see some sport, I can. I have a good fight IQ for every sport, and this has helped me. And this is exactly that helped me to do what I did in my career, because sometimes the people in front of me was better than me. But with the fight IQ, you can escape the problem. You see, not because I'm really better, just because I got a fight IQ.
Yeah, and I know you're good friends with Mbappe, Ashraf Hakimi. I see you playing video games with them. Are they going to be at the fights, or are they going to be busy with
I
football?
don't know if this will be free for coming, but I hope. I think that in Paris, it's gonna have a lot of guests. I think in Paris, yeah, for this fight, for sure. For
I
the
can,
first event in Paris, yeah, it's gonna be really full.
yeah, I can imagine. And before we talk about your fight with Ty, I just wanted to touch on the fight with Francis. How many times have you watched it since, if at all?
With Tuivasa,
No, with Francis. How many times did you watch that fight?
how many times? Sorry, just two time. But I want to now. I want to see another time.
How did
But
you feel? Yeah, how did you feel when you watched
the
it back?
feeling was, I was aware during the fight. I was aware because everything I saw, I watched after. This is exactly the feeling I had during the fight. So I was really aware. I was really aware. So I did some mistake. A lot of people talk about the wrestling game, but honestly, he did some takedown, but just because my legs was on the shoulder, so it was really simple to go down. And after, because I escaped a little bit, and it was on my back, like a bag, so that's why we go back again on the ground, something like that. And after the grand game, or I don't see a lot of grand game from Francis. You see, he blocked a little bit the game, but he don't try to submit me. He don't try to do a big ground and pound. So no, I was a little bit frustrated about this fight, because it was really close. He did very well. He did very well, so that's why he won. But it was really close.
And was it his technique or more his power that surprised you? Was there anything that surprised you with his grappling at all?
Experience. He did. You see, I talk about a fight IQ, and he did exactly what he must to do for winning this game. Really, because when we on the striking, I was better. I think on the grand game, I was better. And in wrestling game, it was a little bit like that. And when he go down with me, he blocked the game. He stay on the top, and like that, he won his point. And he did exactly what he must to do for winning this game. So that's why I got a lot of respect, and now I know the experience help a lot, a lot, a lot of.
Yeah, and Francis obviously injured right now. They were talking about John Jones and Stipe maybe fighting, but we haven't really heard anything about a fight being said or an interim title or anything for that matter. You have a big fight with Tai Tuivasa, so with a win over Tai, I mean, where do you feel like you fit into this title picture?
But I think if tomorrow I win against Tuivasa, I think it's going to be a fight for the interim title for against the winner of the next fight for the interim title. So this is put me a little bit back, but this is put me more challenge. So I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm a player. I'm a competitor. So I like that. That's okay. I'm okay because some people say, well, but you're just losing like that with Francis. You must have a revenge for the big belt. And I said, no, I'm okay with that. He's really complicated at this moment with this division. There are a lot of people in the top 5, and I think to manage that for the UFC is a little bit complicated. So I can understand exactly the plan of the UFC. So I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of that kind of question marks, right? John Jones has been talking about heavyweight for so long. He hasn't fought yet. Stipe has had some issues. He wants big fights. He hasn't fought yet. And then Francis is injured. So do you see maybe, beating Tai if you're a guy who's always been active? I know you're happy to have a bit of a break because you've been so active, but you never know, right? Is that the way you're looking at it? As in, we don't know what this conversation is going to be like a few months from now?
But yes, I don't know exactly what is the plan of the UFC. But if in September, imagine I win against against Tuivasa. If it's possible, I'm gonna push. Yeah, for I don't want to waiting a lot of time now. So I don't know when the fight's gonna happen against Jones and Stipe. I don't know when, but I want to do. If I win against Iwaza, I want to do a fight early after this fight for the interim title. So I don't know if maybe Stipe still injury. I don't know if he's injury free. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think he's fine now. I think it's just
He's
a
not
matter of him wanting a big fight.
ready.
I think he wants, yeah. I
Okay,
think he just wants a big fight.
okay. So me after Trevada, if I win, I'm gonna say I'm ready now. So if it's possible, push me on the headline. So I don't know. You see, we will see. We will see. But
Let's talk about
I must to win at first against Trevada. You see.
yeah. Well, let's talk about Tai. He's been on a nice winning streak, all by knockouts. Have you watched his fights and have you been impressed with Tai?
Yeah, the last fight was against Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw. I saw just the highlight. I don't saw all the fight, but I remember. So Derek Lewis connected him, and like is against it was Harris
The
the
fight before Derek?
fight before. Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, it was Harris.
Or Augusto Sakai. No, maybe. Are you talking about Tai? Who he fought
Yeah,
before? I think he fought.
yeah,
Yeah.
against
Yeah,
Derek
maybe.
Lewis.
I know he has a win over Augusto Sakai. I'm trying to think who he had before Derek Lewis, but I think that was
But
it.
again, Harris and again Derek Lewis, it was exactly the same. So the opponent knocked him at first, and when he was a little bit like that, boom, boom. So
Oh, you're talking about Greg Hardy.
Greg Hardy, sorry, was not.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, that fight where he got dropped and then yes.
I'm sorry, you know me now.
No, it's okay.
So sorry. So he stay every time really dangerous at me at the middle distance. It's really hard to fight with him at the middle distance. So already I got good footwork. I can keep my distance. So already what I'm gonna do. That's not a surprise.
And yeah, I'm sure because like I remember when talking to you about game plans for Derek Lewis and stuff like that. This is another guy, right? Because you said it when Tai gets hit, he kind of like is willing to take a few shots to give one back. That's definitely something you have to like watch out for, not to get sucked into this, right?
Yeah. He look a little bit like Derek Lewis. He's dangerous like Derek Lewis or maybe Jairzinho, you see. So I'm gonna do exactly the same. So we will see. We will see. But for this fight, my mission, I want to do the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and if it's possible, I'm gonna try to finish the fight before the end because I'm in Paris and I want to do the show and I want to be happy with my fan, my friend, and stuff like that. But we will see if it's possible or not.
Yeah, and on the other kind of side of the heavyweight bracket, we have Tom Aspinall is fighting Curtis Blades. What do you think of that fight? Who do you think wins?
Big matchup. Big matchup. This is a really big matchup because you have two guys now well-rounded. You have Tom Aspinall, he can wrestling, he can striking, but now Curtis can do this also. Now, when I saw the fight of the last fight of Curtis, it was impressive. You have a good striking now, so he can wrestling, he can striking, both. So this is a big matchup. Maybe there are little difference for the moment because I saw a little bit both, but Blade can do some mistake in this choice sometimes, like Derek Lewis, like the fight against Derek Lewis. That's not possible to lose this fight. When you started like he did, you must. You see, it was a mistake in this choice, so that's why Derek knock him down. So this is a little difference like that, maybe between both.
Yeah, and when you look back at your fight with Francis, I mean, you just talked to me about the grappling part and the parts that like surprised you or didn't. But if people are looking, because you've been such a perfect fighter, right, Ciryl, like undefeated, perfect fighter, you know how people are going to be when you suffer your first loss. So does that excite you that people are starting to maybe question your wrestling? Does that motivate you? Do you think about that at all?
No, because I'm really aware about that. Like I say, so I watched the fight and yes, I was not impressive about the wrestling game from Francis. You see, it was he took just an opportunity, two opportunity to go down with me, and he stay on me. He don't did a big, but I did some mistake. Of course, I did some mistakes, so that's why I'm a little bit frustrated. But no, I saw some I don't know exactly the word, but the critic about me. Like yeah, the wrestling game that's really crazy. You don't have a wrestling game, but if you see on the 5th round, I did a takedown and it was a beautiful takedown. I don't know if you remember, but it was really easy. So this is a good wrestling for me. So no, my wrestling is not bad, but people talk about that. So I'm okay. I'm okay.
And I'll leave you the couple more questions. I appreciate your time. I know you've done so much media. I know you talk about wanting to get an interim shot after, but for you, when you fight for the belt again, does it matter for it to be Francis? Are you okay if you never get to rematch Francis?
I'm not so sorry. Repeat the question. If
I said I know you want to fight for the belt again, but
yeah,
if does it have to be like does it have to be Francis for you? Are you okay if you never get to fight Francis again?
no, I'm okay. I'm okay. There are a few months, yeah, it was a little bit. No, I want Francis, but anyway, now I just want the belt. Now this is my goal. I just want to go to the top, and no matter if it's Blade or Stipe or Jones or Francis. Anyway,
All right, we'll leave it at that. Ciryl, I appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much for your time. Always a pleasure to talk to you, and hopefully see you in Paris in September.
thank you, Farah. Merci à toi. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very
Merci.
much.